who is going to be Secretary of State. Over the weekend, we learned that Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo are out of the running, and that's probably a good thing because they sort of embodied the spirit of the neocons that we're trying to get away from, are we not? So now the names that you're hearing include Marco Rubio. He runs the risk of having the neocon taint, as well as Vivek Ramaswamy, along with one other guy that maybe doesn't have quite the same star power, but could be really good. I know him well. This is my friend Hans Humes. Hans was on the show on Friday. He's basically restructured every single country's debt, from Liberia to Argentina to Ireland to Greece. He was the only American on the Greek steering committee during the European debt crisis. So he works very closely with Secretary of State and the State Department. Here's what he had to say.
We need a pragmatist who kind of sends those signals globally. And I think Rick Grenell is, I would be thrilled for him to be Secretary of State. I don't know him directly. I know a couple people who know him quite well. He's very smart.
I know him. He's come on my show a lot on Fox, and he's terrific. He's terrific and somebody who gets stuff done. He was the ambassador, of course, to Germany, and he has been such a loyalist to Donald Trump, Hans. I mean, really loyal.
That's great for him to sort of maintain the pole position. I mean, for our needs, we need somebody who's kind of identify the needs for the country and is pragmatic about it. And we're kind of in a unique position now that if we lapse into some sort of, bringing on neocon people, and I think that would be a mistake.
Well, I think that, by the way, to bring on neocons, I mean, that would be the absolute antithesis of what Donald Trump believes in, what he's campaigned on. Yeah, it would be the absolute antithesis, and I don't see him doing it. One other name that has been floated is Tulsi Gabbard. I don't necessarily see that coming to fruition. I'll just tell you what I'm hearing in back channels. I've heard Rick Grenell's name come up in several different places, so I think that's interesting and just worth noting. It's similar to, for example, what I'm hearing on Treasury. Now, I could be entirely wrong, but I am hearing Scott Bessett's name come up quite a bit. I'm hearing, again, as I said, the name of Rick Grenell come up. So we'll see how this all shakes out. I do think that Vivek Ramaswamy will have a position in the cabinet, and we will see Tulsi Gabbard in some kind of prominent role as well. Susie Wiles, who's the campaign chief, she just took over as the first female chief of staff. So for all those people that say, he hates women, look, he's putting some pretty key women in. Susie ran the campaign. She's now coming in as chief of staff. She's kind of neat. She's a grandmother and a baker. And she never does press. I kind of admire that about her because most people want to be out in front of the camera all the time, and she's behind the scenes and doing her job, and she's really good at her job. Really, really good. She kind of had a breakup with Ron DeSantis, and that's when she joined the Trump team. And let me just say, she never looked back. Now, did she?